Hi Cancer, here is your ex-partner reading for the month of September 2017. I have already pre-shuffled and laid out your cards. This is going to be the row for you and this will be for your ex-partner. But please remember that often the messages can go vice versa, okay? So, just apply it to your own situation. Now, the first card we've got up here for you in the present situation, we've got the Three of Pentacles here. And this is a good card. It can talk, well, what it talks about is that you making plans about your current situation. So maybe, working out what your next move is going to be. Are you going to make plans to try to move forward with this person, to maybe have a reconciliation? It's about planning your current situation here. There are two people as a couple in this card, okay? So it could very well be that you're wanting to start to make plans for the future, but with this other person in mind, okay? Now the card that they've got the Knight of Pentacles. And we've also got the King of Pentacles here. So it could be for some of you that you may be involved or were involved with an earth sign, a Taurus, a Capricorn, a Virgo, Sun, Moon or Rising. But it doesn't have to be one of those signs. The thing with that knight is he's one of the slowest moving knights in the tarot. He gets to where he needs to go. And all the knights bring us something and offer us something. But this knight kind of plods along. He's a knight that is very grounded and, as I said, very slow with his actions. It may be for some of you that you're wanting there to be forward movement between you both. You're wanting a reconciliation. And it may just be for some of you that this other person is taking their time. Maybe they're thinking about you. Maybe there's been discussions between you both. But you cannot rush that night. Some say there can be this element of it feeling a bit tedious because, as I said, he's not quick with his actions, but he likes to make sure that when he does things, he does them correctly. So he puts the time and effort in. Now, in terms of what you're thinking, we've got the Five of Wands here. And the Five is about conflict generally in the tarot. With this Five of Wands, it could be that there's been arguments between you both in the past. The thing with this Five of Wands as well, it can be very much an energy, especially in the upright, where people are talking over each other and nobody's listening here. Everybody's thinking that they're right. And it may be that that's how maybe you were feeling. That there have been arguments between you both and you was the one that was always thinking that you was in the right and you wasn't prepared to listen to the other person. But remember, it can go vice versa. Also with that Five of Wands though, it can talk about trying to avoid conflict. And in order to avoid conflict, you don't assert yourself. And you can sometimes find that you end up compromising because if you do say something, it may cause an argument. The other aspect I want you to consider with this Five of Wands is it may be that internally within you at the moment you haven't necessarily worked things out clearly. Now, it may be not work things out clearly in terms of what you are feeling towards this other person, but it may also be that you haven't entirely worked things out in terms of what you want with this other person. Maybe there is mixed signals from them, because they've got the King of Pentacles in terms of what they're feeling. So like I said, for some of you, this could be an earth sign that you're involved with. The thing with the King of Pentacles, though, again, you know, it's a very grounded energy. And he's the type of energy where he does very much believe in give and take. Now, I'm referring to him because it's the king, but it's not gender specific in these general readings. The thing with that King of Pentacles, though, is he doesn't fall for bad apples. He takes his time, as I said, like this night. And he doesn't rush into relationships because he likes to make sure that the other person is completely right for him. Now, in terms of the outcome for you, we've got a really positive card. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. And the aces are always about new beginnings. It may be at the end of September that you go down this new path. It may be for some of you that you do go down this new path together. Maybe for some of you it doesn't work out like that. But I just feel this positive energy here. I just think that the other person you're dealing with is maybe not offering the same level of commitment towards you at the moment. And maybe that's what's caused problems here between you both. Now, on their side, they do have the Tower card, but it is in reverse. Yes, the Tower card does talk about destruction, but in the reverse, it's about the avoidance of that. You've got this Ace of Pentacles here, so maybe for a lot of you, you do end up being able to work things out between you both. Maybe you need to accept that the person you're dealing with is maybe not going to rush into anything, wants to take their time because they want to do things properly and they want to make sure that you're both right for each other. The other thing with the Tower card, the nice thing that I see with this card sometimes, is that maybe you have turned the other person's life completely upside down, to the point where, you know, they do have really strong feelings for you. And like I said, you've kind of turned their life upside down. But maybe they've had to kind of retreat or take a back step because maybe that feeling has unsettled them in some way. Maybe they just want to make sure that you and them are right for each other. I'm not picking up anything really bad within this reading. I'm picking up more about maybe you have wanted to move things along quicker than what they had, and maybe that caused some issues between you both. I can't say for every Cancer out there that you and your ex-partner are going to reconcile this month, okay? Obviously, that's not going to be the case. But I do feel for a portion of you that this reading is resonating with, there is this opportunity here to go down a new path. Something's going to be offered to you that's going to create this new beginning. And I think that that Tower card is not necessarily here to represent the avoidance of a disaster, because that's what it can talk about, the avoidance of a disaster, but change is needed. Okay, maybe for some of you there has to be changes made with the other person. Maybe they do need to get a kick up the bum, so to speak, to get them moving. But for some of you, it could be as something as sweet, really, where you have literally turned their world upside down. And they're needing, but they feel they need to take their time here. So overall, as I said, I'm not picking up anything too disastrous. And for some of you, there is this opportunity, I think, for reconciliation, or at least forward movement together. So Cancer, that does conclude this reading. Thank you so much for watching this video today, and thank you so much for liking, sharing and subscribing. I'll be back again real soon with your love reading. Thank you. Bye.